right, we're live. Hi, it's Stacy with So Steady, and we have Mendy joining us. No visual today for Mendy, but she is here in spirit. Mendy, can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
We're going to be sharing her gorgeous quilt that I have right behind me here. And she's going to be taking us through the process of kind of finishing up rows and columns on it, and then preparing her quilt top for quilting in the hoop, and then finally quilting in the hoop with these gorgeous log cabin embroidery designs. All of these log cabin embroidery designs are included in your log cabin EmbroideLee box, or your Get It All box that will be coming out to you very shortly. We're going to be shipping our first Get It All boxes this coming week. So if you have already got your boxes, then you're probably enjoying some of the embroidery designs and or ruler designs that we sent along the way. If you chose just, maybe the ruler box, but you absolutely love these embroidery designs as well, you're more than welcome to go ahead and purchase the embroidery separate. Now, I'm speaking like all of you are club members, but we probably have some customers out there that haven't joined the So Steady Elevate Club yet. So the Elevate Club is an awesome opportunity to be able to really grow in your quilting experience. What we've done is we've created a curated box that is focused on giving you the tools to bring your education to life each quarter. So we have 3 different project-based panels and or fabric in the box. We have templates and embroidery if you're an embroidery enthusiast. We have tools, we have patterns. Our goal is to be able to just help you and really enjoying the education as we share it with you along the way. So this is a club opportunity that we have on our So Steady website. You can go ahead and click the link that I'm about to provide into the comments right now. But this is a great opportunity to be able to really learn to quilt or just get more skills in finishing your quilt tops. That's really one of our goals as our education team looked at our future and what we really want to go back to is bring everybody back to our roots, which is really helping people get excited about finishing their quilts. I remember way back when Janet and Leonie were sharing, kind of all of their amazing templates and tools that and patterns that they created with the Wesley Design tools. And Janet Collins, who is one of our amazing accredited teachers, said that she had so many unfinished quilt tops when Leonie rolled out with the quilting templates that she spent the first year just working on finishing her quilt tops. And I think that that's the case for a lot of us. We kind of get excited about the patchwork side, and then we realize, oh, we're going to have to finish these. And so our goal is to really give you some inspiration and ideas and experience in finishing those quilt tops. So every quarter we'll be releasing a new kind of focused quilt top to go ahead and drive your inspiration towards, and we'll be providing the tools to do that. So again, the link is in the comments now, so you can go ahead and learn more about the Elevate box. If you're already a member, then you know all about that. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the amazing project that Mendy started back a couple weeks ago, where she pieced her log cabin quilt using the AccuQuilt die system. So she took you through kind of cutting with the AccuQuilt die system, which was awesome because we had AccuQuilt come in and give us some tips and tricks on that. They also provided some awesome partner discounts, which you can find in your catalog. And then we were able to go ahead and now finish it today with her class on kind of the finishing touches and preparing for quilting and then quilting the quilt top. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you have questions, as always, please put them in the comments. I'll be sharing some links along the way, and we'll answer any questions out loud at the end of the live today. I did want to go ahead and mention we do have one other opportunity that that we want to make sure you take advantage of. We have a log cabin quilt challenge that we're going to be that we have active on our website. So any of you that are getting expired and you're going to make your own log cabin quilt, we would love for you to participate in our log cabin quilt challenge. We are giving away credits for for anyone that wins in the first, second, third, or even fourth place. So you want to check that out. I'll post a link to that and we'll tell you a little bit more about it after the live today. So let's go ahead and have Mendy take it away with finishing her log cabin quilt using the Log Cabin EmbroideLee Collection by DM Quilting and the AccuQuilt system.
Hi, Mendy Tippett's here with Sew Steady, and I'm here with my log cabin block. We're going to go through the instructions on how to complete it, but this is a 24 block quilt, 9.5 inches, finished 9 inches, and there's oh so many possibilities with the log cabin. This is the one I selected. Next steps, I'm going to go ahead and sew together each row. I've got 4 rows of 2, 4, 6 blocks, and then so I'm going to sew together my quilt top, put my batting and my backing on it, and then we're going to be ready to do some quilting. Okay, so now I have pinned all of my rows together, and I'm piecing each row together. So we're just going to do some quick little seams here. I'm trying to make sure I got it straight there. I do have my sew straight guide so I can make sure that I've got exactly a scant 1/4 inch on my seams. That really helps overall with all the piecing that I do. That ensures that you've got the same exact size of seam consistently. And there are times when, especially if I'm distracted, dogs, television, calls, you know, in general. So okay, here we go. I do always take a look at the final way, because sometimes I have a tendency to lose the scant 1/4 inch at the very end. So let me start using my foot up and down rather than my hand in the way of the camera. Here. The log cabin is a really fun block to piece. It's got, you know, it's very simple in as much as it's just straight piecing, meaning straight, what I'll call columns. But, you know, you can do so many different things with the colors that you pick. And, you know, if you go the one side light or dark and the other side different colors, it's just, it has a lot of variety available to you. So it's been fun to revisit the block and do some, for me, very colorful things. I normally like my neutrals and my blacks and grays and silvers and whites and ivories and very more subdued. But, you know, it's a time of the year that color has a place, and it's needs to be visible because that's the sign of things to come. All right. And you might see that I have bright yellow thread on this. I like to use up my extra bobbins, so you'll never know, or you'll be surprised by the color of the thread on the back of my piecing, because I tend to use whatever I have that's around. Okay, I think I have now got all 4 of them pieced together. So next I'll take the pins out and we'll do some pressing, and then we'll start putting the columns together. Okay, So now I've got all of my rows sewed, and I'm sewing together the columns. What I want you to remember is that rows 1 and 3, you're going to press the seams that you did with the blocks down, and then 2 and 4, the seams are going to go up, or vice versa, just as long as they're going the opposite directions, so that when you're putting it together, you can get that good tight fit between the seams of the blocks. This column 3 and 4, everything right here, so this one 2. Now we've got the piecing done, the batting done, the backing, and we're ready to talk about the plan for the quilting. Obviously, your eye draws you to the designs that are fully formed here. So you have 2 up top, 1 in the middle, and 2 in the bottom. But really what we're going to be quilting are 3 across. So we're going to be focused here, here, here. So I'm doing 3 designs across the 3 rows, okay? So 9 designs across. Then we're going to be going to the midsection, and we're going to be connecting those designs. So 6 designs in the middle that we'll be connecting. So this is the overall quilt pattern of each design. Now what I want to do, because it's very hard to see the overall quilt design here, is we're going to take this down and turn it around, and I'm going to show you the back side, because it really comes together beautifully as an overall quilt design, and you can see that on the back. Okay, I wanted to talk about the overall strategy for the quilting that we're doing here. With this log cabin design, I basically have 3 major design rows, okay? And I treated each one of these inside designs that the 9-inch blocks made with their own unique design, which is the one that you can really see right here. So I had, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I did the middle, these to connect here. So there's 3, 6, 9 designs that I did before anything. And I wanted to get these all in a row, and that's really the key, is trying to get them straight across. Because now what I'm going to be doing are the connector designs. And those are 6 designs between these rows right here that create for the overall design. I've just done one, and I want to take the opportunity to show you. He's zeroing in. This is the design by itself that we made. Now wait till you see the overall design, which we're not totally completed with, but you can see the vision. So hold on, let me bring back the quilt. And I think you can see let's do it this way. Here we go. Okay, so now the design that I put in to start creating the overall design was this one right here. So I connected these 2 and then with this one. So now you can start to see the overall flower design. I'm missing my connector right here that will then create the full design between these 2, okay? And then we'll duplicate that again down here. So that's the strategy, and this is going to be the overall design. We'll come back at the end and I'll show it to you in its entirety. Okay guys, I now have the quilt top all put together. I've got my batting and my backing on here, and we're ready to start doing some embroidery. I've been musing this morning about what the best design option is. I'm going to be using our EmbroideryLee Collection from the Log Cabin. I'm going to be using an 8-inch design, and then I've enlarged it to 9.45 by 9.37, because what I'm trying to do is maximize the design in this area of the 4-block patch. And what you might remember from seeing it is I've got 2 full designs here. I've got 1 full design in the middle and then 2 on the bottom. So my plan at this point is to use that same design I was just talking about in the 5 main designs. And then I'm going to take that same design down and bridge these 2 here, and then 2 in the middle on the outside, and then 2 in the middle there. But we'll get into that a little bit more. The other thing is, in reviewing the video, when I talked about the rows, I actually had, how many? 6, not 5, for 24 blocks. Let's go ahead and get started here. What I do love about this plan is that I get to use the seams that are already on the blocks as my centering point for the hooping. And that's extremely helpful for me, because then I can quickly tell if I have this right or wrong. So the other thing that I've done is I've got this grid mat from OESD that helps the hoop not slip. And so that's of particular help to me as well. So let's see here. I want to get this lined up so it's on the same wavelength here. I'm going to put that right there, and that there, and there. So using my grid marks. Now I'm going to take, let me get that off of here so I'm not trying to drag that. I'm going to take this. This is a little bit weightier when you have the full quilt top that we're doing rather than the blocks, but that's okay. We can do that. So I'm getting this lined up right here, and I'm lining this up with my marking on my hoop right here. Now what I don't know yet is if this is lined up properly. It is. It might be a little high. Let's get it at just a little. Okay, let's go ahead and put my thing here. All right, so clearly I need this one up here, and I need this one over here, and this one this way. Yeah, I really like doing it where I'm matching up the seams, because when you've got a bigger project like this, it's really easy to visually, just to be off a little bit. And if you're trying to match your designs, a little bit matters. So, okay, yes. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, now let me go ahead and get this tightened up here before I move anything. All right. And we'll take it to the sewing machine for the first design. I did opt to embroider with kind of a coppery brown, because I want the design to show, but I don't want it to be the whole show. So that ought to kind of meld very prettily into the color palette I have going on here. Okay, I'll see you back at the machine. Okay, I've got it on here now, and there is a lot of fabric. It is a 5-minute design, so I'm not going to be walking away here because I've got too much fabric and too much opportunity for this to not be perfect if I walk away. So I'm going to do the layout, and I'm pretty darn close because I'm just going to go to the center of the 4 blocks that make up this design here. So I'm going to do layout, and I'm going to do move, and then we're going to do, I'm going to put my laser on here. There we go. Oh, okay, here's the scoop, guys. It doesn't, I guess that would work. Maybe I can just push it. I'm maximizing the design, so when I put it in the hoop, I pretty much have to be perfect. And I'm pretty darn perfect. Actually, not in real life, but for our purposes right here, that's perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and here we go, guys. Okay, here's the design on the back. Let me show it to you on the front, but it's very subtle. You really can't see it other than the impression of it on the fabric. But it's really pretty. It shows, you can see the petals around here. I can see the diamond in the center here. We're back at the machine. I've got it exactly where I had hoped for. And let's go ahead and hit go. Okay, so now what I've got going on is I've already embroidered 3 main designs for each row. And now I'm doing the connecting designs. So I'll have 2 rows of connecting designs. So let's go ahead and get started here. And I decided to go ahead and embroider this from the back side because that's how I could ensure that I was going to connect most successfully to the design that was already there. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm perfect up here and almost perfect down here, but I'll show you. So these are the 3 designs that I did across those 3 sections at the top of the front side. So you can see how they've connected here and they've made a nice row. Now let's pan up here. And now you can see that I did the same thing because we said there were 3 rows, right? 1, 2, 3. And if you focus on these, you can see it. 1, 2, 3. But then I did the connector, and now you can see the overall quilt design that this makes for the quilting of this block. So I have 3 more down here that are going to connect the middle row and the bottom row of the original designs that I did. So I kind of wanted to show that to you as a work in progress so that you can, when you first do it, you're going, oh, interesting. But after you get it all connected, it makes for a very pretty overall design. Okay, I'll see you back. We'll hoop 3 more and get that overall design finished. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do those last 3 designs that I talked about earlier. And I'm gonna do it on the back side because the front side is very busy and it's hard for me and for you to see what I'm doing. And the design is a 1 start and stop design. So I'm not worried about how it's going to look on the other side. So I've got the first design here and the second design here, and now I'm doing the connector. The design that I picked, I have currently at 9.45 in length and 9.37 in width. So I'm going to go ahead and use a chalk marker. And I'm going to mark right between here. That is going to be the middle of my hoop. And then I'm also going to do that over here. And this one, I don't think I got quite as straight on that middle one, but this is my opportunity to kind of fudge and make it look better than it might. But honestly, in the overall design, you're not going to see that. So now, because I have already measured this, I know that this is the middle of this. Well, you know what? Let me double check myself. So I want to measure the distance here, and it is 9 inches. So I am going to do 4.5 inches as my center. Oh, center this way. Sorry. This is why I thought it was different. This is 9 1/4 and 9 1/4. So we're gonna do 4.5 plus 2 little marks. So whatever that is, 4.5. 4.5 is right there, and then 2 little marks. I don't love doing it with chalk because it's not as precise as the ink pens, but I'm going to try to be really good. All right, so then 4.5 plus 2 little marks. So 5/8. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and mark that with chalk. And I've already used chalk on the back side here, and you'll see you can't see any marks. So you can chalk away, because this is pretty dark fabric, so it does show nice. Okay, so now we're ready to start hooping. So let me get rid of this, get my hoop going here, and we'll get this party going. All right, so let's get this. I like to get it as open as possible when I'm getting the hoop, because there's a lot of fabric here, and because it's a little bit bigger project than, you know, a smaller one. You're moving a lot of fabric with it. So, okay, I have my bottom hoop positioned exactly where I want it. It's hard sometimes. I keep thinking I'm going to remember to mark that little bump there so I can see it rather than have to feel it. I'm just going to get this up here like this, and I'm pretty close. Let's see here. So this is, yeah, there we go. I am on that. I need to go down a little bit. Okay, let's put the top one on and see how close I'm eyeballing this. That's really the telling point, isn't it? All right, so I should have, one thing I did not do that I should have done is marked all the way across here, because it's hard for me to tell now when I am straight on the other side. So, yes, okay, I like it. Man, this is so, where's my screwdriver? I am not good with screwdrivers. Okay. All right. Now, let's load it. I've gone ahead and done the 2 on each side. So I'm choosing to do the middle. That way I can make sure that I'm straight across this way and this way, get it centered for sure. I've got my hoop on. Do I have it tightened? Let's see here. Yes, I have it tightened. So now we're going to go ahead and get it loaded onto the sewing machine for the last design of the embroidery here. And here we go. All right, guys, that was the last design. So let me get it out of the hoop and fluff it up a bit, and we'll take another look at it before I go to the next steps.
Okay, here's the finished quilt. It was a lot of fun to put together and even more fun to embroider. It's really beautiful, and I'll be happy to have that on my game table. Hope you enjoyed it too.
Thank you, everyone. We had some amazing questions come in, so I wanted to go ahead and answer some of those. We had a few people that were curious how to get started. So you have a couple different options to get started. Obviously, we would love you to join our club. This whole quarter, we are focused on log cabin quilts. So if you have some log cabin quilt tops that you're excited to go ahead and finish, then you definitely would love to take advantage of one of our boxes. So every quarter, we're going to be focusing on a new quilt top to be able to help you finish. And so log cabin is our focus this quarter. And so if you're interested in getting started, our Elevate Box Club is a great one to start with. If you can sign up for $25 a month. There is an initial sign up fee of $25, which just kind of catches you up because it's a quarterly box. But then you get education all month long, throughout the quarter. So the club is really an education and, of course, a toolbox that you get once a quarter to go with that education. So that's $25 a month to get started. I'll post a link to that. The next thing that we have is we offer the embroidery collection. So if you wanted to go ahead and just dive in with the embroidery collection, that is a brand new collection that we just released. It is inspired by Donna McCauley's log cabin ruler work designs, and we've turned them into a embroidery collection. So that's another great way to get started if you're an embroidery enthusiast. If you want to try your hand at ruler work, or you're already really excited about ruler work, then that's another great option for you. So there's all kinds of different kind of ways that you can obviously finish your quilt tops, and our clubs really take you through that. So depending on which option you want to go with, we have an embroidery only club, we have a ruler work club, and we have a get it all club, where you can get both embroidery and ruler work and just see which one you want to do or combine them. That's really fun too. So if you want to just take advantage of the embroidery collection, that's what we have on the screen now. And that retail price for the embroidery collection is $75. So that's why you should just join the club. Because essentially at $25 a month, you are getting an entire box, including the embroidery collection, for $75. So it's a great value, and we'd love to have you part of it. Where can we get more fabric? So that fabric is all from Benartex, and I have them working on creating a fabric card for you, so you know exactly what fabric was used, and you can reorder it. We have lots and lots of Benartex dealers all over the United States and beyond, so you should be able to definitely take advantage of getting more of that fabric. And we made sure all of that fabric is in stock and currently being sold. That was really important. So that is the fabric that we're including in most of the boxes. We do have another box that we sent out at the beginning of the year. That fabric is kind of a mixture of Benartex and other fabrics. Mendy, I'll let you kind of explain how that fabric came about and if they have any ideas on where they could get more of that fabric as well. If you unmute. There she is.
Okay, that first box actually came out of my personal stash.
Okay.
And there is not any more of the bubble fabric left. I did a search and bought the last 3 yards that I could find on Etsy.
Okay.
So it's the second offering that is still available through Benartex.
Yeah, and so we don't have that one on the screen right now. I'll see if I can find a picture. If you have a box of that fabric, I would just encourage you to, kind of get more of those kind of colorful fabrics to blend into it, or just, start fresh after you finish your first block. All right, so we had some other great questions come in. We did answer some of these in the messages, but I thought it would be good to go ahead and talk it out as well. The first one we didn't answer is there a reason you're not using a magnetic hoop? And that's a good question for you.
I don't own one.
Well, she needs to get a magnetic hoop, don't you think, guys?
I would have a magnetic hoop.
Yeah, we need to get a magnetic hoop to work for that baby lock machine you were using, because I do think that you would absolutely love a magnetic hoop. I've used them some on the Janome machines, and it was amazing. So definitely, we'll see if we can try a magnetic hoop on the next project that Mendy does and shares with everyone. The speed of the embroidery, she actually is doing it at about a medium speed. We just sped up the video a little bit, so sometimes watching embroidery happen can be a little slow, so a little tedious. So we just sped it up for your viewing pleasure. So the size of the hoop, she was using a 9.5 by 14. But obviously, depending on what size you have, we've made those block sizes to be able to work with, depending on what quilt top you're doing. So if you're doing a 6-inch block sizes, then our 6-inch hoop designs will work, which means that you can use a smaller hoop size to be able to fill those. So we give you a lot of variety in that embroidery collection, depending on if you want to do, a full block design, if you have the bigger hoop, or if you just want to piece it out into the 6-inch sizes as well. Now, the size of the blocks that you created, I believe, were those all 9-inch blocks?
It was 9.5, finished 9.
Finished 9-inch blocks. Okay. Yeah. And then, yes, she was using a sticky mat, everyone. And Mendy, I'll let you tell them what style of mat you have.
It's called a Grippy Grid, and it's by OESD.
Okay. So, and have you enjoyed using that?
I have. it has made a lot of difference in my ability to much more accurately and quickly get things hooped.
Yeah, hooping can be a challenge. I mean, I know when I've any of the, quilting in the hoop I've done, it's like just expand that hoop out as big as you can so you're not wrestling it to get it hooped up and then tighten it. But I will say if you have the magnetic hoop, that's another really amazing option. So I feel like I know what your birthday present should be. It's going to be a magnetic hoop, Mom. Are you excited?
I am.
Okay, good. And so I think we answered the questions. Thank you guys all so much for joining us today for the live. I did want to go ahead and share with you a little bit more about that Log Cabin Challenge. We had some great questions come in during the live today. So the Log Cabin Challenge was originally where we were showing you all of the amazing log cabin projects that our educators were going to be showing off to you. So we have officially finished that part of it, and now we are all about getting your log cabin projects in. So as you're creating your log cabin projects this quarter, or if you already have log cabin quilt tops that you've done and now you want to finish them with maybe some Sew Steady or Westerly design rulers or embroidery quilting designs, we would love for you to share with us your log cabin quilt tops or finished projects. So I know we've got some amazing blocks that we're including, and we're going to be teaching everyone how to create throughout the quarter. So all of those are eligible. Submit it, add a little special element or just do it exactly how you saw. But we're definitely excited to have you participate in our Log Cabin Quilting Challenge. All you need to do is head on over to this link. We'll go ahead and post a link to it again. It's on our blog post, but you can go ahead and submit your quilt in there, and then we will go ahead and open up the gallery for voting on March 1st, and we'll be picking a winner at the end of March. So they'll have actually 3 top winners for that Log Cabin Quilt Challenge. And there might be a possibility that you guys will be in our calendar at the end of this year. So just keep that in mind for another opportunity. But yes, we have some fun that we're going to be doing each quarter with the different blocks that we're highlighting. So just keep that in mind as we, quilt along together over the next year. And we'll look forward to having you participate in that as well. Well, excellent. We really, really appreciate you joining us today. We're going to have a live coming to you, we believe tomorrow from Road to California. So hopefully you can join us for that. We've got Kate Quinn and Deb Donovan and Carrie Philpott at Road to California, along with an amazing designer that we get to work with named Sarah Diddy, who has got an entire row of quilts there that you have to go check out. So all of that is in our booth in the Sewing Machines Plus area. 535 is the booth number. Stop by and see them. We've got a really fun little thing we're doing there where they're making blocks to be able to create a charity quilt, and it enters you into winning your next box. So if you're already a Ruler Club Elevate Box Club member, then you can win your next box. Or if you want to go ahead and jump in, you could win one just by stopping by and creating a quilt top with them today, or creating not a whole quilt top, we're just asking you to make a block. So stop by and participate and have fun in our booth. We'll look forward to hopefully having them go live with us tomorrow, where we're going to be sharing with you what's going on at Road to California and some of the other shows that we've got going on. So thank you all. Have a wonderful day. And if you are a Elevate Club Box member, this live and this video is going to be available on the university class for you. So don't worry, you'll be able to head over to that university class and rewatch that. And if you weren't able to watch the live or you want to rewatch it, it'll be available on YouTube for another 30 days to rewatch. But otherwise, you'll want to head over to your university class, all of our club members. So have a wonderful day, everyone. Mendy, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be looking forward to more fun education in the coming week. Bye-bye.